Last time, we nearly got Maki Tobaye to talk, and Darian Crescend interrupted, and now we're here at this trial. So, let's continue on. This is certainly a first for this courtroom. Not that we really needed an interpretation of that message in particular. So far, so good. Very well, Mr. Justice, if you would. Huh? If I would what, Your Honor? What? You called the defendant to the stand, did you not? What would you have him testify about? Oh yes, we did call Maki Tobaye to the stand. I almost forgot to mention that. What do I want him to testify about? I hadn't thought that far yet.
Apollo? Aren't you going to ask him what he was about to tell us yesterday?
How can I if I don't know what he's saying?
Excuse me a moment, if I might speak.
Oh my god, it's like a ventriloquism act. Yes, Lamiroir?
Just now, Maki said there was something about which he wishes to testify.
Maki wants to testify about something? What could it be? What sort of testimony is he talking about?
One moment, please.
The suspense is killing me.
What?
What? Well, Lamiroir?
According to Maki, he has proof of his innocence.
What? The band is confused!
Well, this is a surprise.
Yahoo! Victory, Apollo! We did it!
You're jumping the gun, Trucy. Calm the freak down for a second. This is sounding too good to believe, and I know what that usually means. Well, if that's true, then this is vital testimony. Maki, please testify to the court.
Very well.
Proof of innocence.
He says that the word of Mr. Letus's death came as a great shock. But if the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, he, could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them.
I see. He wouldn't have understood the English lyrics to the song. That would prevent him from following them so closely.
I wondered what he meant by proof. Why, he would only have to ask Lamiroir to know the meaning of that song.
Lamiroir? Did you ever explain the lyrics of that song to him?
I did tell him, generally, what the song was about, but never in so much detail, and he never asked.
Has my oft-repeated warning already fled that forehead? Lamiroir might be protecting the witness.
Well, anyway, let us proceed with the cross-examination. Mr. Justice, if you would. Yes, Your Honor. Something's hidden in that testimony, I know it. I'll just have to trust my bracelet to tell me where. It worked yesterday, it'll work today. Proof of innocence, once again. Alright. He says that word of Mr. Letus's death came as a great shock. The killing truly followed the lyrics of the song. That is, he could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them. There might be a problem here. How much you want to bet Maki Tobaye understands English? And what are we going to look at to find out? His eyes, maybe? The lyrics are... Aha! Gotcha, mother freaker. Maki, you can't fool my eyes. You glanced toward her the very moment Lamiroir said the word English. Why? And don't bother interpreting that, he understands me. Maki, tell the truth. You can understand English, can't you?
What are you saying? Of course he can't. Mayor Megasper, Sayominda Laish.
Avrena, Kormaka.
Must he continue the charade?
Mr. Justice, Maki says this. I know the word English.
Huh?
Before coming to this country, he heard me speaking English. He learned the name for this language. That is all.
What? Give me a break.
Is that such an unusual word to understand? Do you not know Espanol, for instance?
Well, yeah, but...
I am sorry, but he truly does not understand your language.
Well, then explain this. How does he know the crime followed the lyrics?
Have you always been such a suspicious-minded lad? It is simple. So simple it hardly requires an explanation. He read about it in the newspaper.
The newspaper?
The Bourguignon Daily Bugle. You can buy it in this country these days, you know.
Oh, I see where this is going.
They have already begun to report about this case in our homeland.
I was right.
What is wrong, Mr. Justice? Your eyes. They are quite fierce all of a sudden.
Maki is lying. Maybe it's time to show them proof that he's lying. I'm gonna save state here just in case I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure we're supposed to present the Bourguignon newspaper. I have here a Bourguignon newspaper, the Bourguignon Daily Bugle, as a matter of fact. Indeed, there is a feature article about the case. Could you read this for me, Maki? That's right. It doesn't mention the lyrics.
What? What is this all about?
I'm sorry, Maki. You couldn't have read about the lyrics in a Bourguignon newspaper. What does this mean?
But I don't see how it's possible. Ah, I know. He must have heard the lyrics when the police were doing their questioning. Yes.
Not possible. The subject of the lyrics was not brought up in police questioning. I read the full report myself.
So, the lyrics weren't in the newspaper and the police didn't mention them. The only place you could have heard them was in this courtroom. In English, no less. The witness will explain himself. Itself.
Maki says... He says...
Yes?
It is true I read the newspaper. But this is not where I learned of the lyrics. I was mistaken. Now I remember.
You remember?
He says he learned of the lyrics from me.
What? Is this true, Lamiroir?
Yes. I'm afraid I had forgotten it myself.
Then it looks like our forehead's been jumping to conclusions again.
It seems so, yes. No! I was onto something, I know it! I can't let this chance slip away! The time is an issue today, Mr. Justice. Are you finished with the cross-examination?
What are you going to do, Apollo?
If I'm going to keep on cross-examining, I better have an angle of attack. Or else! Huh. My bracelet's still reacting. Your Honor, please allow me to continue. If you must, you must. Very well, witness.
I understand.
It was I who explained that the crime followed the song.
Yay! I knew he was innocent.
I believe he is too, Trucy, I do.
What's wrong, Apollo? You got a tummy ache or something?
Something's hidden in that testimony. If it's the truth, I'll find it. Okay, so we have to present the bracelet on the last one, huh? Because the lyrics are in English, he does not fully understand them. It was I who explained the crime following the song. Okay, so this must be something on Lamiroir's end here. Let's see. Followed the song. Oh, wow. This is hard. Oh. There it is. Found it. It was the same one as before. Jeez. Lamiroir, I'm currently cross-examining Maki. Why should you be uncertain?
Me? Uncertain?
Yes, you swallowed the very moment you told the court. It was I who explained.
I see there is little point in trying to hide anything from you.
Lamiroir, are you indeed protecting someone?
That is not a question with a simple answer. To tell the truth, I do not believe it myself.
Then allow me to answer for you. Lamiroir, you're protecting Maki. Lamiroir, you are protecting Maki. That's why you lied and told us that you had explained how the crime followed the song. I don't fault you for trying to help, but this is not the way. Maki, I believe you didn't do it. Really, I trust you. But you've lied to us twice. And now you have Lamiroir lying on your behalf. If this is going to work, you have to trust me too. Your two lies cover a simple truth. You understand English. You have to. Witness, is this true? Do you understand English?
Yes. A little only.
What?
First he could see, now he can talk. And you did not know about this, Lamiroir?
No, I did not. It is quite a surprise.
How many secrets is this witness hiding?
Last. This is last.
Maki, could you tell us what really happened?
No shooting. I did. No shooting.
So you weren't in the dressing room when I heard those two gunshots, correct?
Apparently the answer to that question isn't simple either.
I was in dressing room. Behind desk. Manager. He on floor.
Which would be after the shooting, right?
Then there's voice.
Voice or voices? Was it you and Emma, Apollo?
So when Maki went into the dressing room, Mr. Latouche had already been shot. And then we came to the door.
Panel high up. I take off. Run away. Run away.
So it was you who escaped through that air vent.
As the prosecution has held all along, no less. The defendant has admitted to being at the scene. Might we take this as confession?
No! He's clearly denied that he did it.
I know shooting. Manager on floor. Already on floor.
The victim had already been shot, you say. I find that hard to believe. The defendant understood the song lyrics. He was at the scene of the crime. This can only mean one thing. He is the shooter.
Does the defendant have anything to say to this?
He's clammed up, Apollo!
Then let's ask Mr. Justice. Will you require any further testimony from the witness? Is that it? Is there nothing else I can get him to testify about? Wait, no, of course there is.
What is this cocoon anyway?
Sakogomakushi.
The cocoon, the silk is a potent cure.
A cure? Well, Maki, are you a smuggler?
That's Klema.
Veionaj Sayomin, mas mi dori Klavier. He won't tell me.
That cocoon has to have something to do with this. Maki, please tell us the truth for your own sake.
No. No more speak. Not to any of you.
So much for your precious trust there, forehead.
Hey, you were the one who didn't believe him.
Regardless, this brings us to an impasse.
It does seem that the defense and defendant are at odds. I doubt we are likely to learn anything more of value should this continue. I see no other course but to declare a 5-minute recess. The defense will work things out with the defendant so that we might proceed. So we shall. July 10th, 11:23, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Apollo Eustace.
That's justice. Better learn how to say it if you ever want to get some.
Believe. I know shooting.
Maki claims Mr. Latouche was already down on the ground when he entered the room.
Maybe it was a trap, and he walked right into it.
Suddenly, I hear revolver. Close, very close. Then I hear voice.
You heard gunshots?
Yes, it's true. I hear revolver, but only sound.
Wait, you're saying you went into the dressing room and found Mr. Latouche already dead, and then you heard shots? If that's true...
So, you were at the scene of the crime when you heard those shots?
And you escaped through the air vent.
I know.
Huh? What do you know?
I know if I opening vent, I can leave stage and backstage.
So the vents went to both the stage and the backstage area. Is that what he means?
Hey, he's right! Look, Apollo!
Huh? Yeah. But how did you know it was connected like that?
Wait, I bet his father was the architect that designed the hall or something.
I hear this from magician.
Magician?
Don't look at me!
Magician, huh?
Well, we're clear on one thing. Maki didn't shoot Mr. Latouche.
Yeah, but what does that leave us with? We're supposed to say he went into the room to find the body, and then he heard the shots? That one's going to go over well in court. Not.
Apollo, you're his defense. You're supposed to believe whatever he says, even lies. That's what Daddy told me.
I'll just pretend you misheard him. Every time. So, what do we do?
You sure you won't testify, Maki?
No talking. No.
Well, it was worth a shot.
That cocoon.
I can't go home.
Can't go home.
I can't go home to Borgilia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Borgilia. He's dead.
That's right. It's punishable by death. Of course, he's scared. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to try a different approach.
That's the spirit, Apollo. So what's your plan?
If Maki won't testify about it, we'll have to get someone else to testify.
Someone else?
I think I see where this is going. I think we're out of time. Let's get back in there.
Right.
Think we all know who's coming to the stand now. July 10th, 1128, District Court, Courtroom Number 3. Court is now back in session. Mr. Justice, have you sorted things out with the defendant? Yes, Your Honor. We had a good talk. Very well. So, will he testify? Your Honor, the defendant will not testify. What?
Shame. Until I thought this was your big chance to turn the case around.
Actually, it is. The defense would like to approach this case from a different angle, Your Honor. A different angle? If Maki won't testify, then I know who will. I would like to cross-examine the witness in this case, Lamiroir. Lamiroir?
What are you up to now? I thought we determined yesterday that Lamiroir's testimony was insubstantial. There's nothing you can...
Lamiroir was taken to the hospital yesterday with injuries. What happened? She was assaulted, Your Honor. Assaulted? Someone wanted Lamiroir dead. Thankfully, she was able to save herself.
What? I've heard no such report.
Prosecutor Gavin. Why would anyone be out to kill Lamiroir? Can you think of a reason?
Well...
Think of how she is known in our country. A singer from overseas who doesn't speak English, yes? Yet someone tried to keep her mouth shut. Who could that have been? You don't think... I do! It was the same person who shot Mr. Latouche. The killer was afraid of her, afraid of what she might say. The defense believes that something was hidden in her testimony yesterday. Something that the killer doesn't want getting out.
So, am I to understand that this is what you are saying? Namely, that there is a nugget of truth in Lamiroir's testimony. A nugget we have yet to uncover.
Exactly. Huh. If Lamiroir was attacked, this has serious implications. Very well. There were some vague points in her testimony during yesterday's trial. Perhaps we did not inquire as deeply as we might have into some. The court will hear Lamiroir's testimony once more.
Lamiroir, I must apologize. We must ask you to stand again and speak.
You need not apologize. I know that Maki is innocent. And I will do all I can until the court realizes this.
Let's review your testimony from yesterday. You told us you heard 2 gunshots and the shooter's voice through the window. And that the voice belonged to Darian Crescent, yes?
That is correct.
At which point I proved she could not be correct. She couldn't have heard any of those things. The small window at the scene was closed and was found to be quite soundproof.
You have nothing to say to that, Mr. Justice? I don't know exactly what yet, but I do know there's something there.
There is, it seems, much you do not know.
And yet it is my duty to hear him out. Perhaps the witness would be as kind as to testify once more to the court.
Of course, Your Honor.
What I heard.
I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. And that's when I heard them. Mr. Letus and the detective. I heard the faint sound of a gunshot and stopped. Then I heard another gunshot. And there was the smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone, but I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the small window.
Pretty much the same as yesterday's testimony. No, it's not. I mean, there's like a ton of stuff we could ask about in this one. At least I saw 3 things we could at least press.
I am sorry. I am not used to speaking much in this language. Perhaps my descriptions are lacking in some way. Yet, everything I have said here is the truth.
Then it is my distinct displeasure to say this. What you have said to have happened is impossible.
Do I have to repeat myself? Lamiroir was attacked because of this testimony. What? Trucy?
Apollo, you know, for a moment there, you were pretty cool.
Maybe I do better when I don't try to think ahead. Very well, Mr. Justice. Perhaps you can coolly cross-examine the witness? What I heard. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do is press the final statement, because that is the most vague, I believe. What were you in a hurry for, Lamiroir? You were in a hurry? To go where?
I was on my way to the backstage exit, as I have said.
Why were you in such a hurry then?
Well, I don't think that has anything to do with this case.
It very well might. Please answer the question.
Are you alright, Lamiroir?
Yes. Yes. I am just tired.
Recall what I told you yesterday, Forehead. Lamiroir suffers from serious amnesia. Please refrain from traumatizing her further.
What? So we can just dismiss questions he thinks are too traumatizing?
Why don't you prove her reason had a connection to the case before asking about it, yeah?
The prosecution's objection is sustained. The current question is moot. Mr. Justice, please continue with your cross-examination. Lamiroir was attacked because of this testimony. I know she was, so something's gotta be hidden here.
Maybe there's some detail we're missing.
I guess we'll just have to get her to fill the blanks.
Right.
Okay, so then at the last statement, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, whoops. You were in a hurry, so you kept moving past the small window. It was the one before. So I kept moving past the small window. What about the videotape? Wait, the small window is closed though, right? So what about the diagram for the room? No? Okay, newspaper article about the Chief Justice's son. Alright, maybe let's press this. No, not that. Let's try this. There were 2 gunshots.
Yes, I heard 2. One after the other.
That fits with the bullet holes at the scene. Nothing really new here to pick up. Why didn't you tell someone immediately?
Well,
If it were me, I would have gone to the police right away. It's our duty as citizens.
This may be besides the point, but Lamiroir isn't a citizen. Though one would hope such common sense prevails in Borginia as well.
Lamiroir seems awfully quiet all of a sudden.
That's strange. Could she be hiding something?
It is as you say, yet at the same time.
Okay, so she didn't tell anyone, but why? Maybe we'll find out next episode. Rate, comment, subscribe, favorite. See you guys on the next epic episode of Apollo Justice.